Hey, everybody! Woo! Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's April 18th, 2025. It is Friday morning. You're here with me, Coffee with Malcolm. And yeah, it's Friday, guys. People always have that TGI Friday type thing going on, right? It's Friday. Woo! You got the weekend. And all that kind of good stuff. We know Johnny B is one of our viewers, and he always gets his days off on Monday and Tuesday. And then, so yeah, it's all good. And if you're a young person, you're probably working 7 days a week. So, it's Uncle Terry and Random. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me this morning. As usual, Robert this morning is being a little, yeah, keep it to himself this morning. Not sure why. Let's see if we can get Robert in here. Robert! Come here, Robert! Nope, not going to do it. Robert! I left the back door open. He may be outside. I don't know. He'll show up. But anywho, here we are. It's Friday. Of course, I did not plan for anything today. Kind of just firing from the hip type thing. So if you guys got something you want to talk about, throw it in the chat. We'll talk about it. I did want to bring up that shooting in Florida State. It's bizarre. It's messed up. It's almost like it's the norm now. These shootings. It's like, oh, another shooting. Okay, it's kind of messed up. Um, I busted Terry's eardrum with whistling. Come here, Terry. Go, Terry. Show up, Terry. Yeah, it's another shooting, and there's the arguments about gun safety, gun regulations, and I get all that, and I appreciate that to a point. But the guy's he's 20 years old. His mom is an 18-year sheriff in the county. He used her gun to go in there and do this. It wasn't even his gun. He just grabbed his mom's and service revolver or whatever. It went in there and started doing what he did. So it's messed up. It's just messed up, and it's sad that it's a normal thing now. Um, they took away your semi-auto guns, no mass shooting since. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen here in the states. It's just not going to happen. I don't think it'll ever happen here in the states where they just take away types of guns. They did that in Canada as well. Took away a bunch of guns there, certain types you can only have. I have a pistol, and I take it to the range, and mostly because of my paranoia, moved in this place by myself, and I felt like people were following me. I never really was a gun fan. I'm really not crazy about it now. It just sits there. I don't even touch it. Um, but they what I was trying to get to say is real thing needs to happen is that people just need to be aware of other people's situations. And if this person had something going on or he was pissed off, there's got to be a better way to solve it than going in and start shooting people. And there may have very well been school shootings in the 70s and 80s and 90s. If they were, I wasn't aware of them. Very, very far and few between, if at all, to my knowledge, which I can't say is 100% accurate. We used to have fist fights. Somebody got away with a busted lip or a black eye, and then you play basketball that weekend or something, baseball or something. Played a game, got it over with, got it out of your system. And I'm not an expert on it. I think, again, I'm going to go back. It's like what I'm on right now. The thing that I'm doing right now, talking on the internet, and people just taking what they see on the internet for face value, is the big problem. So I don't want to harp on that all day long. I just kind of want to throw it out there and recognize it, and it's something that needs to be figured out. Yeah. We had a hunter and gun safety class. Yeah. In high school, we had a guy come in from the park service or something like that, and for like a week, we had this gun safety class. How, make sure you wear your orange vest when you go hunting. Uh, Make sure you don't carry your weapon loaded unless you're regularly, ready to hunt out in the woods or whatever. If you do target practice, how to make sure you didn't point the muzzle at somebody, and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, in the school, breaking down shotguns. It was like, gosh, can you imagine that today? All right, boys and girls, we're going to learn about gun safety. Right here, I have this, and we have this, and you guys can come up here and touch them. There's no bullets in them. I mean, maybe they should. Maybe they should. I remember learning to drive and getting my permit. Well, I didn't get my permit. I just got my driver's license. But anyway, went to a class, and they just threw car crashes in your face. It's like, this, you will die in this vehicle when you drive. If you don't drive correctly, you will die. You'll kill yourself, and you'll kill other people in the car with you. You will die. And it would show these horrible pictures of mangled cars. And again, this is, today with the internet, you see everything all the time. It's like, it's static. It's nothing. But, yeah, but I didn't see that stuff before. It scared the crap out of me. I was 16 years old. Friends would ride me. It's like, I'm riding. You're not riding with me. I don't want to get you killed. It was like, yeah, you did drills for tornadoes. Exactly. Get onto the desk, get away from the windows, get in the hallways, that kind of thing. And then in the 60s, they did nuclear, drills. So if something went off and we went full nuclear with Russia, USSR, we, put our heads between our legs and kiss our asses goodbye. That's just like, it's so different. It's so, so different. It's so different. Hey, Liz, how's it going? There's plenty of awareness. I don't think that's the issue. People are aware of what will happen with guns. But you got to be able to see the signs of somebody that's mad or upset and don't just brush it off. You know what I'm saying? Be able to see if somebody's kind of really pissed off. People get in arguments and fights all the time. I mean, like I said, I got in fist fights as a kid. But if you see somebody that's mad, somebody needs to go up to these people and just talk to them and say, look, man, you need to talk. Shouldn't be afraid to go up to somebody, man or woman, and just kind of pull them aside and say, are you okay? What's going on? I don't think it's that bad to do. People are so afraid to pull up people and just ask them, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Is there something you want to talk about? We can go one-on-one. You can do video chats now. They can go hide in the closet and video chat with you if they didn't want anybody else to see it or something like that. Again, they got therapy and all that kind of stuff online. There's just a lot of resources out there, but people are afraid to use it. I think people are just the stigma behind it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I go to therapy every couple of months. It used to be a lot more. But Johnny B, what's going on, my man? Hell, in the Army, we would have we had a boxing ring while we were on deployment. They constructed a boxing ring because people were getting pissed off at each other, and they wanted to settle their differences, and they couldn't technically fight each other, fist fight each other while we were in. This is the Army. We were deployed in a combat zone and back in base. Somebody had to beef with somebody else. They basically filled out a form. We had medics on the side. Commander would approve it. And these guys would go in the ring with boxing gloves and duke it out. And then afterwards, they were cool. It was like kids getting a fight in the playground. Afterwards, they go and play. It was, but we had Friday night fights during deployments. Most when we could, anyway. Some people just fought for the hell of it, but some people, get pissed off at other people, and they needed to be able to release that some way. They did boxing. I wish there was no digital cameras. This is back in 2004. I didn't have a digital camera. I didn't have a way to film it, They probably wouldn't have let us film it anyway. People had cameras, but they weren't like digital cameras. They were just coming out. They're really shitty, things like that. But yeah, had boxing night. You know, bring boxing rings in there. Uh, is it a pastime activity? Yeah, I never did boxing. I was just like, we're cool. I got in fights as a kid in high school and stuff, in the neighborhood and whatever else. Um, but yeah, there's like karate. Yeah, people do karate classes, taekwondo, all these martial art type things. Um, and you know, the people you see these videos, these guys who fight for like you know, they're in the octagon, they're beating the crap out of each other, bleeding all over the place, and they're professional fighters, and they know how to do all these crazy moves. And then there's videos of them being like confronted about by some unknowing jackass out on the street, and they have so much restraint and control. They know as a fighter they could really screw that guy's life up, beat the crap out of him on the street, walk away unscathed. But when you got that kind of training, you know how when to use it. And I've seen a few videos like they just smile and walk away. It's like, all right, man, it's cool, you know. uh, yeah, that's what we're talking about. FSU tragedy. And I'm still not crazy about assault rifles being out in the public. I don't understand why you would need an assault rifle. It's meant for wartime. I mean, if you want to own it, you can own it. I can't stop you from owning it. But you know, I grew up in Tennessee. My friends and I didn't go hunting. I finally got a shotgun when I was a late teenager. I ended up selling it. Didn't want it. Um, but assault rifles, that's, you know, we train with M16s and things like that. Those things are meant for combat. You know what I'm saying? They're not meant for like home defense or just kind of anything. They're not designed for that. I think if you need to, this is just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. I can't stop you. I don't endorse shooting people. You have a right to defend yourself. We're just kind of throwing it out there as a topic. Um, but you should be able to protect your home with a shotgun or a pistol just fine. I don't understand why you need an assault rifle. You're not gonna take an assault rifle out deer hunting, right? I don't understand. I just don't agree with it. If you want to have an assault rifle, it's your God-given right in the United States of America to own one. So go ahead and knock yourself out. I just don't understand it. Yeah, I mean, and then you're playing odds against people like Wesley just said. You know, you're going to be the one guy without the assault rifle, so you got to have the assault rifle too to fight back. I just don't. I say bring back. They should have boxing rings in high schools and colleges, and have forms there on the table for anybody welcome to fill out and say, if you got a problem with somebody, fill out this form. We'll let you guys duke it out. We'll have medics next to us in case somebody gets severely hurt punching each other in the face and stitch you up or something like that. But you're not killing people, you know. And then other people get caught in the crossfire and they're getting killed too. I think we should advocate for more boxing rings. Not wrestling and just kind of pulling each other. I mean boxing rings. Get the gloves on, have some basic rules, and just release your frustration, and then and be done with it. And then you can 10, 20 years later, you'll be like, oh, remember that time we did the boxing ring? Oh, I should have gave you that left hook. You know, whatever. I don't know. The environmental laws scare you in Texas? Oh, the other laws in Texas, Liz. Okay. Uh, I'm just speaking my mind again. This is just me rambling. And normally we talk about stuff a lot more fun and entertaining, and we still can. If you guys want to change the subject, go to something else, by all means, let's do so. But you can use an AR-15. Sure, you can use an AR-15 for hunting. Sure, you can get an M60 from, you know, take that and just mow them down. It'll tenderize it for you. You won't have to do anything with it. You just pick up the pieces, throw it on a grill. Um, you know, Sure, you can use a 50 cal machine gun on some, some wild game out there that you wanted to shoot, and it'll obliterate it. It's not a problem. And I'm still rambling. 15 minutes ago, Terry told me to shut the hell up. All right, next slide. Where the hell's Robert? Robert! Robert! All right, Terry, we'll move on to the next subject. What do you want to talk about today, Terry? And not your spandex or your stretchy britches. What does Terry want to talk about today? I know, Johnny. I'm being ridiculous. I'm just being ridiculous, Johnny. I'm just being silly. Anyway, what's this? With each branch growing different variety of fruit. Here's something we can change subject all around. This guy somewhere, he's cultivated. You seen those graphing where they'll put a branch and like do some stuff and tie it to a tree, and it'll branch off and do its own thing and become a tree as well, part of the tree. All this graphing stuff. This guy did it with a giant mango tree, each branch growing a different variety of fruit. And there are 300 different varieties of fruit growing on this one tree. That's making use of your time. And it's in India. All right, Ramesh. Where's Ramesh? He's got to verify this story for us. It's a world-renowned horticultural accomplishment that won its grower importance. So he got international attention and civilian honors for growing a tree. What a fruitcake. He started doing it in the 50s. He's 84 now. Talk about being committed to something. Jeez. See, like something like that, I'm not going to be remembered. This guy's going to be remembered in India as this guy who could make 300 different fruits grow on a tree. Oh man, it's insane. Meanwhile, I'm sipping coffee and talking BS on the camera. It's a wild looking tree, and it's huge. Branches off really low to the ground. It's pretty wild looking. So yeah, what have you done lately? I know. It's yeah, and then you have to ban all knives. You'd have to ban all poison. You'd have to ban all kinds of stuff. JB, I get that. I get it, Johnny. That's why. It's just me not fully understanding why certain people need certain things. It's just not my thing. Unless, like I said, you can own whatever you want to own. I just think it's silly. Some people can own giant pickup trucks with 30-inch tires on them and never touch a dirt road their whole life. It's like, people do ridiculous stuff all the time with their money and get all kinds of things. If you want to do that, do it, man. I'm not stopping you. I just don't understand why. It's your taste. It's your flavor. It's what you want to do. By all means, do it. No, we're not going to abolish anything. Everybody's got one. It's just an opinion of mine. Johnny B is very passionate about his guns, and he's got some cool stuff. But when from what I've understand from Johnny, just on these chats, and I've chatted with him on Discord and things like that, he's a very responsible person. Now he could snap one day. I doubt he will. I hope he doesn't. But I think we were moving on to something else. I don't want to take up the whole stream today going on about that. I've got one gun. I got one. It's like I'm not just, some people like a lot of one thing, some people don't. But Some people like multiple wives. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't even handle one. I can imagine having 6 or 7 wives and trying to have like 50 kids because you read a verse wrong in the Bible or something like that. So, 250 years ago today, Paul Revere was 40 years old at the time. He had 16 kids and galloping through the countryside of Colonial, Massachusetts and Lexington, Concord, warning the sudden movements of British Army. The British are coming. That was 250 years ago today. Oneth by land, twoeth by sea. And the lanterns. Swingers. Oh gosh, can you imagine all the juices and fluids being exchanged? That's kind of unsettling. And Terry brought up swingers. Has anyone heard the song David Bowie made, "Afraid of Americans"? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've never heard that. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Green Cross International was co-founded by Mikhail Gorbachev, Protect Global Environment, which transcends national borders in '93. Way to go, Gorbachev. Tear down the walls, break up the USSR, and then go around and do global environment stuff. Of all people. Wayne Gretzky played his final professional hockey game in 1999 in Madison Square Garden on this day. Oh, good stuff happened on this day. With the moose knuckle. Terry might want to do something like that. I don't know. Let's see what our poll said. I know that Random said having nightmares of Terry in tights. He said that would be a dream come true, not a nightmare. So watch out for that. Robert, come here, buddy. Come here, Robert. Come on. I heard his footsteps. I thought he was close by. Yesterday, he was like in my armpit and just all over me. And today, he's like, screw you. He's like, I'd forget it. I'm not going to hang out with you. You don't want to hang out with me? That's fine. He's like a teenager. Get away from me. I hate you. Hey, can I borrow $20? You're only here to see Robert. Where is Robert? Let me see if I can go get him real quick. I'll get a refill of coffee. Be right back. You guys will be able to listen to me. Robert. There he is. What's the matter, buddy? Why you got your head down? You don't want to join us on the live stream? What's wrong? What's the matter? Come on. Come on. Everybody wants to see you on camera. You're the reason people show up. Here's Robert. You get to see his ass end. What are you out there digging and stuff? I left the back door open, so he's probably playing in the backyard. He's got pieces of grass on him because I cut the grass yesterday. You rolling around in the grass? Huh? It's nice and cool outside. Is that what it is, buddy? There you go. The ass end of Robert. That's what you guys get to see. Yeah, I got my drone up there. I live too close to a little municipal airport. I can't even fly to my own yard without going through all these "are you sure" permissions and sign off type of stuff because the app won't let you fly near airports or police stations or prisons. I had that pop up one time. I keep messing up Terry's ear. I covered the microphone up that time. Come on, Terry. Yeah, I would try to fly the drone for one of my WTF news videos, and it said I was too close to a known prison, and that it was restricted airspace, and I could not fly it. I'm like, oh, damn it! I didn't even know there was a jail. It was probably just a jail. It wasn't a prison. I was right in town. Um, but yeah, couldn't fly it. Restricted zones. You built your drones? No restrictions, full freestyle? Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do all that random. Now you can get the really cheap knockoffs that the kid versions, they don't have those restrictions, but they only fly like 30 feet in the air. So this one will go a mile up in the air if you wanted it to. Um, but I just did it for fun. I got it to kind of zoom around, play with. Then I did it with my videos a couple of times. Because I used to have like a helicopter guy set of keys. I'm dropping off drugs in the prisons, man. My homie's got to be able to make deals. There's no cash in there. Dropping off packs of cigarettes, little alcohol samples. You know, the little bitty bottles of alcohol. You better. Huh? You wanted to play outside. Mm. Dropping off heroin, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Wow. So you bought it all the parts for $1,500, and then it took you a day to build it. Interesting. You should share a picture of that in the Discord. Random. If you don't have Discord, we have Discord. Or you can email me a picture, coffeewithmalcolm@gmail.com. I'd be interested in that. I don't know. I couldn't. I mean, I had a computer shop. I took stuff apart all the time, but I never assembled. I wasn't very good at soldering. I couldn't do soldering that well. I just couldn't get the knack of it. And then I just kind of like, I gave up this shop 6 years ago for other reasons, blah, blah, blah. But I still have some of my stuff. I still have my soldering iron. I just I don't practice it. I don't have anything I need to be putting pieces together. Anyway, a lot of this stuff's just disposable now. You know, there's not really much to fix anymore to get parts and stuff like that. But what are you gonna do? Micro soldering. Now that's crazy. Yeah, you need to give us some selfies of you with kangaroos and koalas. Random. Crikey, look at this one here. I think he's gonna pop my face off. Aussie Man. That's the YouTuber. Saw a couple of his videos yesterday where he was commenting on some stuff. A dingo stole my baby. Yeah. What movie was that? What movie said that, had that line, a dingo stole my baby? So stupid. A dingo stole my baby. Oh, whatever. No, really, it did. That's kind of messed up. You're at the park, hanging out. Was it Seinfeld? No, there was an actual movie, I think. Where did that phrase come from? We can ask Gemini. We'll see if Gemini knows. Knows everything else, right? What movie had the line, a dingo stole my baby?
That's from the movie Evil Angels, also known as A Cry in the Dark in the US. It's based on a true story about a woman named Lindy Chamberlain who claimed a dingo took her baby while camping in the Australian outback. Did you want to know more about the movie or the real-life case?
Well, there you go. It wasn't Seinfeld. I think they may have quoted the line because it was such a strange line. I know. This is how he talks to me. What's the matter, Robert? Huh? Yeah? You hear him? Hey, Trey, what's going on, man? Top of the morning to you. Good sir. I have a Redneck Jew video coming out later today. I got to finish it up. And then I have a WTF News video coming out this weekend. So you guys can look forward to that. You gonna talk some more, Robert? Look at him. Now he wants to be all like, pet me, love me. Pet me, love me. How do you contort yourself like that? He wants me to go outside and play with him. That's what he wants. He wants me to go outside and run around. So many times you left. You like the ASMR? I think I actually deleted the extreme ASMR. I couldn't find it on my channel. I think I deleted it. Because I did it with like power tools. It was like a 10-minute long video. They had headphones on. I'm just making noises with all different power tools and stuff. So yeah. Hey. I know you want to hold on to me and play with me, but you can't be snapping on me like that. All right? You don't know how tough you are. I'm a wimp. You can't be coming at me like that, bro. Mm-hmm. You hear him? Stop chewing on me! I gotta get a toy. Look at this. He's holding on to my arm. What's the matter, huh? He wants to play. He wants to play, huh? You want to play? I got you now. What are you going to do? I'm going to get you a muzzle. Good boy, Robert. Everybody loves you. You want some coffee? You want some coffee? He does not like the smell of coffee. Yeah, that when I did that scream for that ASMR video, that scream made me lightheaded when I did that scream on that ASMR video. It was hard for me to like hold my, my head started tilting a little bit because I got really lightheaded doing that. I don't scream that often like that, so yeah. You having a staring contest now? You know what you want to do? He doesn't bark. He does these little wild pigs. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day too. How people flying around in helicopters shooting wild pigs because they tear up people's ranches and farms and stuff. I know they have. He's like, I'm done with you. I'm out of here. Well, there you go. There's your Robert segment. He slobbered all over my arm, and just left us. Terry's in Scotland today? That's pretty. I didn't know you could drive your truck that far. Terry? Did you like find an ice bridge or something to get over there? he does what he wants to do. He's on his way. But it is nice and cool outside, so I left the door open. That's why he just keeps leaving and stuff. In Scotland, your truck can go across a final ice patch. Maybe it'll melt. You'll get over there. They may not like your tight britches in Scotland. Aren't they the ones that have the kilts? Would people rather? All right, guys. Here's a little quick poll survey. Would you guys rather see Terry in a kilt or in stretchy britches? Either one in my mind is quite disturbing. So, old Uncle Terry, the truck driver, is he going to be wearing tight britches, skinny britches, or stretchy britches, or is he going to wear a kilt? Have a good day, Trey. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi, bro. I appreciate it. Nobody wants to comment on that, huh? You have a kilt? Why does that not surprise me? And they have octopuses under their arms. What? I guess the other arms. Oh my gosh, that's a disturbing visual as well. I think almost every visual that every time Terry comes into my mind, it's disturbing in some way or another. I have to admit. We should have had him on the live today so he could defend himself. Freedom! That was supposed to be based on a true story too, but it was that Mel Gibson's line where he screams freedom. They say that's not accurate. Bagpipes look like octopus. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, when they play the bagpipes at funerals and stuff, sounds like dying cats. Hey, Terry would look like a warrior. I think he would. A very disturbing warrior. Put him on the front lines, and all the enemy would run away. Yeah. You got a bunch of cats in a bag, and you're just squeezing them. That's what bagpipes sound like. Especially if you can't play it correctly. But what do I know? I can't play any instruments. I can play the radio. That's about it. Good day in history. Oh, Yankee Stadium opened their doors 102 years ago today. With John Philip Sousa playing the Star Spangled Banner 102 years ago today. Babe Ruth hit a home run to help defeat his former team, the Boston Red Sox. Again, that's when a bunch of, before Jackie Robinson comes, a bunch of unnumbered beer drinking, tobacco spitting white guys with beer guts playing baseball. It's amazing they were able to hit home runs. Wow. Blue's not waking up, no school. Come on, Blue. Say hi. I'll bring you a cup of coffee. I'll bring you some coffee. I can send some coffee, DoorDash you some coffee. I try to do that grocery delivery thing from Walmart. Didn't work. Didn't work. I just didn't feel like driving. I thought I'd give it a try. I always go get my own stuff, but I made a little list. Sometimes I'll do the list on Walmart app and I'll go pick it up where they load it in your car for you. But I was like, and he gave me a 30-day trial for the stuff on Walmart Plus or some crap. So I thought I would try it. And they didn't show up. And then Walmart comes back and says, your order's being delayed. Do you want to reschedule or pick it up? And I'm like, what the hell? You can't find anybody to bring me my groceries? That's crazy. Good Friday. Good. Do you say, hey, have a good Friday? That was my little joke when I was Catholic at the time. It's a good Friday. Or is it a mediocre Good Friday? And then they go on about Yankee Stadium forever. And Babe Ruth said, I was glad to have hit the first home run in this park. God only knows who will hit the last. And that was Jose Molina hit the home run, and let's see, nope, that was something else. Nobody else has hit it. I don't know. It's still up, right? Yankee Stadium's still up. The same one. Oh yeah, post office is open. Yeah, post office is open. It's not one of the regular. It's not one of the. Well, I don't see you coming up with any jokes, Terry. I don't see you pulling out any zingers. What kind of jokes do you have? It's not one of the major federal holidays. 11 federal holidays that we have. What we got coming up? There's nothing for this month, I don't think. You have Memorial Day in May. You have Juneteenth in June, and then July 4th, obviously. I don't think there's anything in August. I don't think we honor Patriots Day, the September 11th thing. I don't think we close for that. No, we don't close for that. Service stations. I know what a service station is. I heard a good joke. It was from Johnny Carson interview with somebody, and I'll try to do the joke real quick. So the guy's out there. He's out in the marsh and he's duck hunting. So he gets out there. The duck gets in the sky. He shoots the duck, but it lands in this. It lands away from the marsh, next to next to this farm. So the guy starts making his way over there to pick up his duck, and the farmer meets him out there, and the the farmer asks him, "What are you doing here?" He says, "I'm here to get my duck." And so that's my duck. And he says, "How is that?" He says, "It's my property. It's my duck." And the other guy was like, "No, I shot the duck. It's mine." And they go back and forth a few times and say, "All right, we're going to settle this right here." The farmer said, "If you want to, we can settle this. We'll kick each other in the groin, and whoever's the last man standing can keep the duck." And they've been arguing enough, so the guy agreed to it. And the farmer said, "Well, I'm going first." And so he pulls back, runs up, kicks the guy in the groin. Guy hits the ground. He's moaning and groaning, and for like 20 minutes, he can't even get back up on his feet. He finally gets back up. It's all right. It's my turn. It's my turn. And the farmer's like, "Nah, you can go ahead and have the duck." I don't do it justice. It's way better on Johnny Carson with an actual comedian. But that was the gist of it. Ramesh, you're late this morning, Ramesh. We were talking about you, as usual. Some guy in India has grafted a mango tree to produce 300 different types of fruit on one tree. And he's supposed to be like a national hero in India. Do you know anything about that, Ramesh? Even dumber joke. I know, right? I'm, I don't have jokes, bro. I watch a lot of jokes on the internet and different shows. Do you have a mango tree, Ramesh? I'm sure there are plenty around him or something like that. I don't know. We'll find out. See if Ramesh knows the infamous guy with the mango tree. What's his name? I'm looking it up again. I probably cannot pronounce his name. Oh gosh. Kalimula Khan. Kalimula Khan is from India's town of Mali Malihabad, Uttar Pradesh. Ramesh is probably laughing his ass off at me right now. Um, that's what I'm reading. I'm butchering the guy's name, but he's like 300 fruits on one tree. He's been doing it since 1950. He's 84 years old. So the old man, his son takes care of the orchard now. The old man gets to just enjoy the fruits. He gets to enjoy his family and, of course, take all the credit for his creation. Ramesh isn't going to answer me. Kalimula Khan. I think I pronounced that right. He got national awards. There you go. Verified by Ramesh, our source from India. uh, there you go. It's a true fact, verified by Ramesh. Do you know this man personally, Ramesh? Have you visited him? They have sand. He's Ramesh's neighbor. No, I don't think so. Like I said, I chatted with Ramesh one day, and he tried to tell me. I was looking up on Google Maps to try to find out what village or town Ramesh lived in, and he's pretty remote. There's almost nothing out there where he lives. I don't think there's any mango orchards close by. I may be wrong. I can look it up again. I saved it under Google Maps. It's one of my favorites. You can save it to like places you want to go visit, things like that. He lives in another state. That's a lot of mango. Lots and lots and lots of mango. That's a long time just for some fruits. The fruits of his labor. That's weird. some other little stories on here as well. Wow, a missing toddler who walked 7 miles alone through the wilderness was led to safety by a rancher's dog. See? I don't know if Robert would lead me to safety or not, or a kid if he found him out in the woods. Robert's like, you're not going to play? I'm out of here. It was in Arizona. A 2-year-old reported missing in Arizona. High desert was found in part thanks to a local rancher's dog. So there you go. Another cool story for the day. Go dogs. Well, that's it, guys, for my live stream today. I busted Terry's eardrums. I ranted about some political stuff, and then we ended with about fruit trees. So that was pretty good. And then, like I said, I got some other stuff coming out today and tomorrow for the channel, so check that kind of stuff out. Guys, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, neighbors, enemies, compliment a stranger, and all that good jazz. And I will see you guys later.